We don't have all day.
Hey, I noticed right away when someone's sneaking around.
Where exactly did you see the screamers?
In the ruins. We should be there soon. Don't let your guard down. This place is a stomping ground for mutants, too. You'll want to get their attention. Those tasty screamers I saw should be around here. Those tasty screamers I saw should be around here somewhere. Keep your eyes peeled. Listen, don't engage without me. I know they're just screamers.
System optimization initiated. Recommend environmental analysis. Structure.
Right. The screamers should be around here somewhere. When I saw the pack last time, there were more than a few. Okay, how's this for a plan? I'll stay here and lay a trap. You go on ahead and lure them to me.
Got it.
Great. Should be the perfect pincer attack. Off you go then. I'll be here.
Structures exhibit extensive instability and blind spots.
What's that supposed to mean?
Show that monster!
Increased risk of ambush, falling rock, toxic debris. Dangerous.
I'll show that monster! A fight like that makes you feel alive, right? And look at this meat. Our bellies will be full for weeks. Leave the corpses where they are. When we get back to the grotto, I'll send some people to bring them back. So, you in a rush to go home?
Are you not?
Nah, let's just say my blade can manage a few more hits before it needs sharpening. Hey, you ever seen a Cyclops?
Nope.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. If you had met one, we probably wouldn't be having this chat. Cyclops are half monster, half machine. 3 times the size of the average human. But you're pretty handy with a weapon. How about it? Want to take on a Cyclops? You and me?
About the Cyclops.
Want to head towards it?
We can take it down together.
That's the spirit, buddy. Follow me. I saw it over this way. Let's show it who's boss.
Warning, mutant activity detected in this area. Warning, mutant activity detected in this area. Cause unknown.
Good to know. Good to know. I'll be careful. Good to know. I'll be careful. About the Cyclops. The Cyclops is history.
Whoa, color me impressed. Good job. Honestly didn't think we'd get out of there alive. Right, we really should head back now. We're not home and dry just yet.
Got it.
Okay, follow me. I can't believe it! What a rush! We actually took down a fucking Cyclops. You're one mean bastard, you know that? Next time Marat mocks me, I'll rub our little conquest in his smug face. Man, I'm beat. Wish someone would carry me home. What was I saying?
Okay, got it. I need to be careful.
Man, I'm beat. Wish someone would carry me home. That was a fight and a half, huh? Be glad when we're back in the grotto. Not much further, thank Ravok. No need to make a detour to the outpost this time. Hang on, you see that guy? I'm sure I know him. Oh yeah, he definitely shouldn't be outside. Just gonna have a little talk. Don't even think about getting involved, okay? More con business. I'll show that monster! I know you. Ilger, right?
No. Well, yes, but...
No one gave you permission to be out here, did they? In fact, have you even finished your training in the cages? Let alone pass the arena test?
Yes, of course. I got Khan's permission.
Excuse me? I'm choking on your bullshit. I'm one of Khan's closest confidants. If he'd sent you out, I'd know. So, you see, we have a problem. Either get your ass back inside or...
No, please. I can't go back in there. Please, just leave me alone.
Too bad for you, I'm not a poacher.
What do you mean? Why?
Because I'm too lazy to take your worthless Hyde prisoner. Letting you go isn't an option. Which leaves me only one choice. Shouldn't have come here! Thought that guy might have caused a bit of tension between us, you know? Difference of opinion kind of thing. But I'm glad you didn't get in the way of more Khan justice. Ravok demanded it. Anyway, it's all done now. Man, this has been a long expedition. Itching to get home, pay the seller a visit.
Why do you have to die?
Those are the rules. We must all abide by the law of balance. Ravok demands that if a man betrays his brothers, his punishment's a dishonorable death. Ravok will deal with him now. Besides, he'd seen too much of our society, knew our secrets. We can't have someone blabbering to other factions. But look, my jaw's hurting from all this jabber. Let's go.
I'm ready.
All right, follow me. I'm, sorry you had to see that. Don't think badly of us just because of that one guy. Gotta say, You surprised me.
How so?
Well, you just stood aside, respected Morcon justice. That in itself is worthy of respect, you know. Hey, enough of this ass-kissing. We're almost back now. Hey, you! Okay, here we are. Quite a ride, huh? Funny what a quick hunting trip can turn into. I'll give the word that those screamers need to be picked up. See you around.
Wait, don't forget Khan. He sent me to you, remember?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to test you, right?
That's right.
Well, test over. Go see Khan. If he wants my report, I'm sure he'll send you back. But for now, I have to get going.
Terrain unstable. Recommend caution.
What are you doing? I don't think you're allowed to do that.
About Vlad.
Yes?
I went hunting with him.
Is that so?
Yeah, it is.
Then why is he not here?
He said...
I do not care what he said. Bring him here. The great Khan will hear what he has to say about you. It will soon become clear whether you truly represent our values or not.
voice of Khan sent me.
Had a feeling he might. What does he want from me?
You're meant to give Khan a report about me.
Ah, okay. Got it. I'll go see him right away.
Nothing can take these days.
Know why I summoned you?
Yeah. You want to know if the outsider passed my test, right? If he's worthy of the job you have for him.
Yes.
Well, I made it look like I was trying to smuggle something out of the grotto. He didn't give two shits. Thought he threatened to turn me in, or at least ask what I was up to. He just stood there like a slab of meat. Wasn't impressed, to be honest. Oh, but that's not all. Outside, we ran into a deserter, Ilger. The stranger didn't interfere. He let me carry out more Khan justice, as Ravok demands. Gotta say, it surprised me. In a good way, of course.
A sensible appraisal with useful responses. But what is your opinion of him? Tell me, do you think him ready to take on the responsibility?
Well, all things considered, no, I don't think so. I get why you see something in him, but I can't recommend him. If he wants to show how much he respects the Morcons, maybe he should offer up a little Elex Ⅱ.
Your advice is appreciated, Vlad. May Ravok's blessings be upon you.
And on you, Master.
You heard correctly. Vlad has spoken against you. The Great Khan is bitterly disappointed. If you wish to show that you truly respect our way of life, you will need to make amends.
What do I need to do to prove myself?
As Vlad already suggested to Khan, a gift to the Morcons would suffice. If you cannot show your respect another way, this is the only avenue open to you.
I want to show my respect.
Ah, what have you brought?
Is there anything else I can do besides paying you?
You may pay with blood, if you so desire. Prove yourself in our arena. A battle to the death will show that you are willing to risk your life for our people. If this is what you choose, go to Attila and register for a fight. If you survive, the Great Khan will acknowledge your showing of respect.
Can I speak with Khan? I spoke to Attila.
You must survive a battle to the death in the arena. There is no need to speak to me before that is done.
You're not the first person to say that.
What time is it?
The voice of Khan told me to seek you out.
He wants you to pay the blood price. I understand. I already told you about the arena. But it seems to me you forgot what I said. We have no creatures. No telling when that will change.
About the arena. I could do that.
That would be useful. I'm not as young as I used to be. First of all, someone needs to go speak to Venya about getting more creatures. And I really don't want to do it.
Why not?
Because every time we talk, we end up fighting. I guess we got different ideas about what the arena's for. If you want to go talk to her, that would be great.
Consider it done.
If you can get the arena running again, I'll give you something more valuable than any shard of Elex Ⅱ. I'll let you fight in my arena.
Where can I find Venya?
Take a look around the arena. She's been taking care of the cages. Just let her know I'm waiting for those creatures.
Do you spar with your fighters too?
It's not really an option. I would be a pathetic opponent, but I can still give the odd piece of advice here or there.
That'll do.
Great. Then we can get on with it.
Hey there.
Sorry, I have things to do. The cages won't inspect themselves. Nothing worse than the beast getting out as soon as we've penned them in.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you for real? I just told you, I don't have time. What is it with people thinking they're entitled to a conversation? The name's Venya. I'm in charge of the beasts here.
Attila mentioned you.
First I've heard of it. Attila's an old bore. He doesn't like change. Wants things the same as always. Just don't ask him about the good old days. You'll never shut him up.
Attila's waiting for the delivery of new creatures.
Good for him. Why can't he tell me himself? Always getting others to do his chores. Listen, killing beasts is one thing. Capturing them is something else entirely. You can't just click your fingers and it's done. I should know. I've hauled more beasts through the gate than anyone else.
Why don't you repair the cages?
Why don't you mind your own fucking business? I've done my fill of hunting. Got nothing to prove anymore. Look, I get grumpy, alright? Nothing you can do to help. I work my ass off all day, and all Attila does is wander around, making speeches.
What happened?
Bodies. Lots of bodies. Damn. I've said too much. Yeah, nobody cares what I think anyway.
You're wrong. Tell me.
It's actually pretty easy to explain. The poachers captured new servants of Ravak. Humans. Beasts, I understand. They act on instinct. But humans? We lost 3 prisoners in the last month. Good people, too. and it's just one incident after another with the cages.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing I can do. The Resistors worship death. They love it. Yet they expect me to do my duty like a good girl. But how? Not one person has helped me retrieve my prisoners.
About the beast trappers. I'll look for them.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate it, but you're not a Morcon. It's not your concern.
I decide what concerns me and what doesn't.
Well, if you put it like that, not like I have much choice. But listen, I can't let you do this on your own. We'll split the work, alright? You look for Ilka and her people, I'll take care of the others.
What do you mean, the others?
New recruits. They're probably in trouble. I'll deal with them. You should be fine with Ilka's squad. Before you go, one more thing. I gave Ilka a tranquilizer for the beasts. She won't have used much, so please bring back the rest. Is that clear? Any questions?
Find Ilka, bring back the tranquilizer.
Right. I'll get going soon. Just need to finish some stuff here. Oh, and by the way, I'm grateful for your help. Thanks.
Where did Ilka go?
She's hunting rock dragonflies southeast of Caracas. Just make sure you don't want her in a mountain troll territory, alright? Won't end well for you.
Okay. It's fine.
Hello? This thing on? Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Fucking cleric technology. Absolute trash. We added tranquilizer to the meat, but the beasts aren't losing consciousness. Quite the opposite, actually. They seem anxious, fired up. I'll take a...
It doesn't look like Vinya's tranquilizer worked. Ugh, my head. I need to concentrate. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me.
High probability of collapse.
About the beast trappers. I found Ilka.
Great. How is she?
Well, she's dead. Like her followers.
I don't believe it. All because of that fucking arena. We're like cattle to the slaughter, blinded by our thirst for blood.
What now?
I have no idea. Did you at least manage to save some of the tranquilizer?
Yeah, but not a lot.
What happened? How'd they die?
Maybe your drug's no good.
No, can't be. I made it myself.
You sure the tranquilizer works?
Well, no. Ilka was supposed to test it.
Maybe there's something wrong with the recipe.
Guess we can't rule it out. It's not my recipe, though. Got it from an outlaw. We need someone to take a look at it. But I don't know any alchemists. They don't get out much, and I'm not the sociable type. You know anyone?
Why don't you ask the outlaw?
He's not gonna be very cooperative. Unless you've nailed the art of talking to the dead. He gave us advice to escape punishment in the blood cistern. But didn't work out too well for him. Tormentors had other ideas. Anyone else you can think of?
What about Tylus? Berserker alchemist.
Sure, he'd do, but... I don't know about asking the enemy for help. I'd prefer an outlaw. After all, it's an outlaw recipe. I know it's a lot to ask on top of everything else, but, could you make the journey yourself? Not sure they'd be happy to see me. But this drug means a lot to me. If it could save just one life, then my efforts wouldn't be in vain.
Up to now, the opposite's been true.
Yeah, well, all the more reason why it needs to fulfill its purpose. Look for an expert on tranquilizers. They should be able to tell us why it didn't work.
About the beast trappers. Are the others back already?
They came through the gate right when I was about to leave. Was sure I'd given you the easy part, but didn't work out that way, huh?
I don't have time for you right now.
I can't agree with that. You don't have to take that shit.
That's the kind of thing...
Did you take a look at this?
What is it?
It's supposed to be a tranquilizer, but it doesn't work.
I might be able to do something with it. So
what?
Where's the dough? The scratch? The money? You want me to do something with this? I'm gonna have to put my other work on hold. So I'm sure you agree, a bit of compensation is in order.
How much?
Surprise me, but make it a nice round number.
Here, take it.
I ain't gonna lift a finger for that much. You're gonna have to dig deeper.
This should be enough.
I can work with that. It's gonna take some time. I'll be done with the test this time tomorrow. Go waste time in the city, bang a hooker, or do whatever. I gotta focus. This ain't easy, you know.
Yeah, and I heard they gotta do a bust-up.
You keep telling me that.
Apparently they can even talk.
Stay away from the unknown route.
Who else?
Bandits on the roads are the lesser evil. This is Herbert.
We should clean up our own house first.
I need to keep going. I'm doing what I do best. It's the best help I can be.
That's not the story I heard.
Some guys just can't keep their mouth shut.
Are you sure?
Not again. Too much sweat makes you stink.
I could really use some shards about now.
I heard you didn't mess with them.
What's that?
Get the hell out of here!
Bit of peace and quiet.
Walls don't help if the holes in them keep getting bigger.
Don't believe everything you hear.
Death is lurking everywhere out there. Not my problem.
If we don't put up some resistance, all is lost. Nothing is certain. Well, I wasn't consulted on it. Again.
I don't even know.
Still just as many of those cutthroats.
I heard that.
You've got your ears everywhere, too.
Roaming our lands and infecting them. But we have survived many catastrophes in the past. We can handle this one too. This is her up bad.
You smell, but I still like you.
Gather the ammunition that's still lying around out there.
About the tranquilizer.
You're too early. You gotta wait till I'm done.
And when it comes to it, do what needs to be done. Soon, we will be looking to a brighter future.
So, did you set up the meeting with Viper?
Yeah, and I hope you know what you're in for. Still too light out. Viper don't like daylight. You should wait till dark, pour a drink, and pray for good luck.
It works for me.
There we go. I like you better when you're relaxed, you know? Man, you're really pounding it down. You got a cast iron stomach or something? Anyway, we gotta go. You're a real weirdo, you know. I met body bags chattier than you. We all got problems. Something tells me I wouldn't want to deal with yours.
How much farther is it?
Not much. Almost there.
Well, we'll see.
We're here. That guy over there is one of Viper's boys. His boss can't be far away. I'd come with you, but...
I'll handle it. You head on home.
Yeah, I'll do that. Good luck, pal.
Some women are real pieces of shit, you know? Some women are real pieces of shit, you know?
Ah, there you are. You're the VIP Viper's been waiting for.
There you are. Come on in.
Don't be scared. Come here.
So, you're the other one.
The other one what?
There was an Albin here earlier. Said his name was Zarek. He was a little too nosy for my liking.
What'd you do to him?
Nothing. He's okay. We got off on the wrong foot, but I won't hold it against you. Besides, this place doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
What's your point?
I get it. Give me a sec. I don't need you anymore. Go wait outside.
You got it, boss.
You know, I normally have a stake in everything. Goods, services, you name it. But I've been trying to expand lately, and I'm losing business partners left and right. It was all so promising when I started. But here I go, getting ahead of myself. Let's start from the beginning. You're here for Skibor, just like your pale-faced friend. Or should I say, ex-friend? That rat left for the depot when I fed him a few lies. What a shame. One leaves you in the lurch, and the other blows himself up.
You know about that?
Of course, and I owe you my thanks for that. If it wasn't for you, that idiot Howler would have ruined everything. In case you don't remember, he was looking to relieve you and Skibor of your shards. It's a good thing you didn't get pulled into his game. Skibor never would have succeeded.
Where'd Skibor hide the bomb?
Where no one could find it. But first things first. When Skibor first arrived in the crater, I couldn't tell the difference between him and the rest of the scum. He was just an average-looking guy. But this average-looking guy was buying Elex left and right, so I knew something was fishy. So I wanted to know two things from him. Where did he get the shards to pay for the Elex, and why didn't I ever see him use it? He's made full use of everything else. Everything was a rush for him. Didn't matter if it was alcohol or women. He had no control. He wasn't telling me anything, so I just pumped him full of chems. He was singing like a canary then. And you wouldn't believe what he told me. An ALB agent disguised as a human? Genius. Then I got an idea. All I needed for it was a bomb. A human bomb.
So the attack on the Albs was all your idea?
Of course. Those fireworks were supposed to catapult me to the top. It just didn't pan out that way, as you can tell.
How'd you make Skibor into a bomb?
It was easy. Getting him sedated was a cinch. Then I sliced him open and wired him up. And it was all thanks to my homemade cocktail of chems. He had no side effects. Well, except for the odd stomach ache. Albs are tough, man. Same goes for a fucked up Alb.
How'd you know when he was gonna leave?
I knew his routine. At least I thought I did. I gave him double the Elex and hoped he would deliver the stuff to his client. But that son of a bitch didn't move. He couldn't get enough of the stuff. And I didn't have any more to give him. Imagine the situation. He could have gone off if he'd farted and taken half the crater with him. Even though the detonator was only supposed to react to a high concentration of Elex, I wasn't sure exactly what would happen. And neither Baxter nor Hector would have found it funny to have their huts torn out from straight under their asses. Luckily, you came along and made everything better.
You're pretty calm for a guy who almost started a war.
Everyone knows it's not us that has the Alb's attention. It's those stupid purple bugs. Besides, the clerics were the ones who were supposed to be the whipping boys. All I had to do was set Skibor on them. It was a simple trade. Their metal for Elex. That was the deal. But Skibor didn't know it'd be the last deal he ever made. So, this brings up a question. How'd you find out about me?
You didn't cover your tracks as well as you thought.
Well, that won't happen a second time. What if I were to offer you a job, huh? You come work for me? What do you say?
I don't work with or for people like you.
You know what? That's exactly the kind of answer I'd expect from you. I just can't work with anyone who knows more than I do. And what you know is enough to get me killed.
It was a mistake sending your guards outside.
Mistake? That's just the way I want it. The less they know, the better. But since you seem to miss them, I'll bring them back. Tell Skibor I say hello. Shit! What was that?
Here we go.
Where did you come from?
You didn't think I would abandon you, did you?
No, it's good to see you.
Don't mention it. Let's get the fuck out of here before people start asking too many questions. I had the dubious fortune to track this guy down before you did. He distrusted me from the outset. That gave him an advantage, so I had to take action.
You mean you played dumb?
I must have been convincing. His henchmen didn't follow me.
Good thing you took them out.
I wasn't sure you could handle them all, so why take a risk? Let's sum up the results one last time. We'll go up there, have some peace and quiet. Okay, out with it. What did you learn?
Skibor's only partly to blame. The Elex became his undoing.
How so? His consumption was limited to a minimum.
He was supposed to get it for someone. The outlaw took advantage of that and turned it into a bomb.
What? You know what that means. It's not over yet.
What are you talking about?
Listen, Elex Ⅱ long suspected that Commander Ⅱ is taking more Elex than allowed. It was my job to find out if his theory was true. You remember our meeting at the Collector's? I was looking for a middleman there. I had no idea that Skibor had taken on that role himself. The Commander is a security risk.
Commander, recommend updating procedure to immediately resolve present conflict.
It will not be so simple. The confrontation with the Commander is unavoidable.
You should have told me sooner.
I know. I regret that I didn't. I don't know the reasons for Ⅱ's behavior, but I've learned that it's better to find out before jumping to any conclusions. Except, I'm no longer the right man for the job. You've shown me what it is to be efficient. What it means to make your own decisions. I can't just return to the depot and keep on like before. I want to understand how the world works. To do that, I have to turn my back on the directive. I have to leave the Alps.
Azok's not gonna like this.
I don't care. The fact that you're going to tell him that to his face more than makes up for it.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'll do what you did. Disappear into exile for a while. But if you want to do me one last favor, cut the Commander some slack. I know you two didn't get along, but we owe her a lot.
I'll think about it.
As a start? Who knows, you might even be able to open her eyes. As I don't understand much about saying goodbye, I won't even try.
All right. Take care of yourself, Zarek.
I will. But go now. The depot is waiting. Oh, and Jax.
Yeah?
Thanks. Don't worry about me. Go find Orisa.
You're back. Good. I assume you have nothing to report?
Wrong. But it's better if I tell you the rest without your guards here.
Excuse me. I must have misheard you.
Trust me, I'm doing you a favor.
Okay, if it's that important to you. Leave us alone!
Yes, Commander.
Alright, explain. Are the clerics responsible for the attack?
Not the clerics. The outlaws. One of them, at least.
What are you talking about? Skibor would never have gotten involved with them.
Not willingly, no. But he was being used and they made him into a living bomb. And it's all thanks to you.
How dare you! You're standing in front of a commander of the Albs!
Spare me the theatrics. I want to help you.
Help me? Ha! Nobody can help me.
I can try. But you need to be honest for once.
Alright, fine. No more lies. Skibor had to supply me with Elex. I couldn't think of another way out. You can't imagine what it's like. All I do, every day, all day, is pass down judgments. Every one means a death. And the bodies pile up and up. The lifeless faces blur together. But I do it. And I deal with it, and I make more hard decisions, and I always put efficiency first. I always promote our vision. And I use Elex to help me forget. To blunt these emotions and leave me cold. But the normal ration's not enough. Skibor understood that. More than anybody else. But now you're here, and holding up the mirror to me.
Recommend activating tear ducts to manage stress.
Not now.
I've just made everything worse. There's no future for me.
Who says your future lies with the Albs? You could work for the clerics.
Me? For the clerics? Huh. They would never.
Refuse a helping hand? Correct.
You're hard to understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you helping me?
I promised a friend.
A friend? Who?
Zarek.
Zarek? Did I hear you right? I thought he hated you. In fact, your dislike of each other is the reason you were sent off together. As a distraction to stop attention landing on me. Guess I failed at that too. Where is he anyway?
He's not coming back. And neither should you. Now don't make me ask you again. Go to the clerics. If Hagen digs his heels in, tell him I sent you. He owes me a favor.
Right away. I just have to pack up my kit. My final order is, report to Azok. It's up to him to officially close this investigation. Tell him about my misconduct. Maybe it'll help him to appoint a more capable successor. Oh, and Jax.
Thank me another time.
So long. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
The attack on the silo has been cleared up.
I expected a report from my personal agent. Where's Zarek?
Dead.
And the circumstances of his death.
I'd need more time.
No need. Let's get back to the attack. Summarize the facts. Focus on information about the initiator and possible accomplices. The initiator first. Who was it?
An outlaw. He was pursuing his own agenda.
His status?
Eliminated.
Good. Any retaliatory measures will be taken in due course. Now the accomplices. Who was involved and in what capacity?
Ⅱ was a victim of circumstance. His cover was blown in the crater and they made him into a living bomb.
How did he get exposed?
It was Arissa's fault. She used him to get herself some Elex.
I feared for some time she was abusing her post. Now I'm sure. All told, we are down in Elex Silo, a scout, and a commander. Under these circumstances, I'm counting on you rejoining us. I'm in desperate need of a replacement for Zarek. Think it over. Being with the Albs is your destiny.
Environmental scan initiated. Large amount of debris detected.
Nice. Good. That'll be useful. Nice. Good. Here we go. Good. That'll be useful. Here we go. Nice. Teach me something.
I'll try.
How come you hardly ever came to the fort? And, I mean, the real reason. Don't you like kids?
Ugh. That's about the toughest question any boy could ask his father.
I'm just a little disappointed in you. I wanted to have a family. a whole family. That's why the other kids called me a bastard. Because you were never around, living like a hermit someplace else.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
We've completed the first stage of our long journey. The sixth power has taken its first steps, but now the real work begins. I'm impressed, Jax. I knew you could do this, but I'm still surprised by how efficient you've been.
That's the reason you, I mean the hybrid, always sent me on the toughest missions, isn't it?
Indeed. And even after all these years, you haven't lost any of your skills. Just as well. We're really going to need them.
I've still got a long way to go. So many difficult situations and demanding people. They all seem to want to determine my fate. And my family's. But I've got decent weapons again. And I'm ready to face the next obstacle. The sixth power is now in action. And soon we'll be a serious contender in the battle for Magalon. And I'm part of it. Whether I want to be or not. Not much is certain yet. The coming days will reveal more about my special role in the war against the invaders. Meanwhile, the Skyans will be expanding the regions covered in their alien flora. Before long, we'll be in a world we don't recognize. Full of creatures that'll change or destroy us. My infection. The Dark Elex is starting to take over. I'm already feeling the first effects of the disease. I need to get some healing soon, or I won't get the chance to fight my first real battles.
We need to talk about that infection of yours. I've made some startling discoveries about the Dark Elex. And I'm certain now that, left untreated, the infection will eventually transform you into a Skyanid creature.
That doesn't really help.
Well, it could pump you full of painkillers, but I don't think that's a good idea. One moment of inattention and the infection could overwhelm you. Better not take that risk.
Great.
I've developed a method of extracting specific DNA fragments from infected subjects. So I'm going to need as many different subjects as possible to continue with my research. That's where we should concentrate our efforts next.
What about me? I'm infected. Will my DNA fragments help?
I need samples from subjects that have already mutated. But they can't be from just any Skyanid. I'm going to need exceptionally thermoactive specimens. You'll have to hunt them down and use the method I've devised to extract those DNA fragments from them.
Any activity on the Skyan invasion front?
Things are still relatively quiet. They must be preparing for a major assault. But I'm more concerned about the Morcons at the moment.
Fuck, I'd almost forgotten about them.
They're unpredictable and represent a huge risk in our war against the Skyans. Especially Patriarch Victor. You should speak to him. Try to reach some form of agreement. Nothing would be worse than him attacking us when we least expect it.
So what else have you got for me?
I've received reports from our neighbors to the northwest. It seems the clerics have lost control of some of their own troops.
Commander, additional location of Skyan control node chips detected.
Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. Where are they this time?
Ignadon.
I still don't get it. Why would such an advanced race be so interested in old-world tech?
Additional scan recommended.
You always gotta make it sound easy, huh?
Recommendation for scan based on inadequacy of current information. Collection of further information likely to increase probability of accurate answer to query.
That's what I'm saying.
Their headquarters are about to be attacked by a group of malfunctioning robots. You should stop them before they reduce the cleric castle to a pile of rubble. You should talk to Thialk about our defenses. There's still a long way to go before we're properly prepared.
DNA fragments from thermoactive skyanids. Am I supposed to know what any of that means?
Yes, I know it sounds complicated. But it's really rather simple. It's all about the cell's DNA replication. How actively and stably the cells of the infected subjects transform. The best data I can use is from subjects whose transformation was particularly quick and effective. When it comes to researching Dark Elex, that could save me a lot of time, and we have precious little to spare. Even things like pieces of skin, scales, or excrement might be enough if they come from highly thermoactive specimens. I've added the relevant data to your agitator. It will show you promising areas for the DNA fragments I need. Focus your search there.
What if I can't come to an agreement with Patriarch Victor?
Well, just do everything you can to make sure it doesn't come to that. Come back when you've collected your first DNA fragments. The sooner I can work on them, the faster my research will yield results.
I wonder if Kaya has calmed down yet. The Dark Elex is giving us enough of a headache. Kaya might be able to help. I should go see her.